Should you apply to business school in 2026? If you're someone who's decided that for whatever reason you want or need an MBA, the next question you have to answer is this my year? In this video, I'm going to walk you through how I help my clients decide if this is the right year to apply or if they're better off waiting. Welcome back to MBA Monday. I'm Angela, the founder of Career Protocol. I'm an MBA coach, I'm a career coach, and I am here to help you make good choices in your career, including whether or not you should apply to business school now or in the future or possibly never. Hopefully you've seen in my videos that I always like to be super honest. 2 videos ago, I talked about the fact that most people really don't need an MBA, and in fact, there are a handful of candidates that frankly shouldn't apply. In my last video, I talked about the 6 types of candidates who kind of do need an MBA or would benefit most from an MBA en route to their career goals. So please check out either of those 2 videos if you haven't already. They'll be linked in the description below. But I also know that no matter what I say, some of you have already made up your mind that you're going to apply to business school, if not this year, someday.
And the best part of this plan is, no one can stop me.
And more power to you if that's the case for you. Whether you've identified that an MBA is truly going to help you on your career journey, or you've decided, I'm just gonna go for it because I want to give it a try. Today, I'm going to help you answer the question of should this be your year, or are you better off waiting? If you've been on my channel for a while, you probably know that I'm going to tell you that the answer to this question has nothing to do with the broader market trends, with the global instability that we're all experiencing, with anything that's happening on a macro scale. When you're making a decision about your life and your future, the answer has to come from inside you and has to address your needs and your ambitions, regardless of the noise that's happening around us. So when I'm helping my clients decide whether this is the right year to go to business school or they should look to wait a year or 2 or even more, there are 3 big questions in our decision tree. The first question is this: is this the right time for you in your career? That's the first question. Just very simply, is the timing right for you to pause your career momentum if you're looking at a full-time program, or to diversify your career activities if you're looking at a part-time MBA or online program? Here's how you decide if you're at the right point to take a pause and pursue an MBA. Number 1, you've got substantial career experience already. If you're considering deferred MBA programs where you apply now, wait a couple of years, and then matriculate, that's an entirely different animal. And I've got some videos on the deferred programs, but I'm talking to those of you who are already in your career and you've already built some substantial career experience. Whether you've been working for 2 years or 8 years, it doesn't matter as long as you've got a core base of experience that has given you something upon which to build with the MBA education. Number 2, if it's time for you to pursue an MBA, you'll know because you've maxed out your learning curve in your current position. So again, the length of time that you've been working is less significant than whether or not staying in your current job for another year or 2 is going to give you different and more learning opportunities. If you feel like you've learned absolutely everything that you can learn in your current job, in your current position, in your current company, then you're at the point where it probably is time to make a change. Either you're going to get a new job and look to apply sometime in the future, or it's really the right moment to stop, apply to business school, step off your current path, and make a change post-MBA. So if you're trying to decide if 2026 is your year, that's the first set of questions you have to answer. Have I learned a lot? And have I learned enough? And am I going to learn any more if I make no change in my career now? If the answer is yes, yes, and no, then it's probably time to apply to business school. The second question in our decision tree is, how does the MBA fit specifically with the goals you're hoping to achieve after your degree? This affects the type of program and the caliber of program that you'd like to apply to. Take, for example, someone who is currently a tech product manager and wants to transition into either starting a search fund so that they can buy and run their own company, transition into venture capital where they can coach multiple companies in product development and growth, or move into a smaller company where they can take a much bigger role in the same tech industry to help grow somebody else's business to scale. But either way, this person is focused on the tech entrepreneurship VC ecosystem. That person is going to want to target a school that is known for a network and strong resources in that field, like Stanford GSB, Berkeley Haas, also known in this arena, but less so. We have MIT, we have Chicago Booth, Harvard and Wharton also can play in this arena, but there are clear advantages to being positioned in or near Silicon Valley if the tech sphere and tech related VC is your target post MBA goal. So that candidate really needs to target a brand and a network that is going to position them for success in that specific arena post MBA. Many applicants have a much less specific focus to their post MBA goals. Let's say you want to transition into management consulting or investment banking, or you want to stay in the industry that you're in, which is represented across a variety of different geographies, and you're pretty flexible about where you land post MBA. In that case, you can be less picky about the geography, about the brand, and about the exact programs that you're targeting, as long as the schools you're looking at set you up for success in your chosen field post MBA. Why this matters in terms of whether 2026 is the right year for you to apply or not is because of question 3 in our decision tree, which is, are you now as competitive a candidate as you can possibly be? This becomes more important if you're targeting a narrower field of post-MBA programs due to the fact that your goals require a specific geography, a specific network, or a specific set of resources. If you're only applying to Berkeley and Stanford, two very small schools with very competitive statistics, then you're going to need to present an airtight, rock solid candidacy. Whereas if you're able to consider a vaster array of MBA programs, then you have a lot more flexibility in terms of the profile that you need to build to be competitive across a portfolio of schools. So as you're considering whether or not your candidacy is as competitive as it can possibly be, you want to consider your test scores, your undergraduate education, degree, major, and school and GPA. You want to consider your career trajectory, the brands that are on your resume, the number of promotions you've achieved, the impact you've been able to create. And you want to consider your leadership and passion profile outside of your main day job. This can include ways that you've supported other people at work through recruiting, diversity, training initiatives. It can include community service and other leadership activities. It can even include personal passions like running and blogging and all the things that you do to fill your time and add meaning to your life that no one is paying you to do. The stronger your profile needs to be, the more well-developed you need to be in all of these categories. So if you're looking at applying in 2026, you want to ask yourself, can my profile be stronger? And if so, how? That is a really good question to bring to the MBA Momentum Club community. And you're just in time because the April sprint is starting soon. You can join me and a small group of applicants and all the MBA Protocol team to figure out the best fit school portfolio for you and decide if this is the right year to apply, or if you're better off building a stronger profile over the course of the next year and applying next year. You can join the MBA Momentum Club at the link on the screen. I'll also link it down below in the description. The decision to apply now or later is truly, truly a personal one, and it's based on everything about you and nothing about the broader macro trends. You want to look inside and find the best decision for you. I hope you'll join me in this month's school selection sprint. If you're not ready to take a step further into the MBA Protocol community, you can check out our MBA School Odds Calculator at mbamo.com for a free look at how strong your profile is vis-a-vis the schools that you're targeting. MBA Mo will give you a huge readout on all the ways you can strengthen your candidacy before applying to the schools that you're interested in, so that you can decide whether you can get there in 2026 or if you want to wait until next year to submit your very best candidacy. Whatever you decide, I'm going to be right here next week to help you continue the journey. If you want to check in on whether you're one of the 6 types of candidates who really needs an MBA, you can find that in this video right here.